welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. Another riding in the truck video. This one I think is going to be kind of an interesting trade deal I wanted to film. Y'all do seem to like the truck videos where I'm going out and getting stuff, and doing my best to make sure that y'all have content every Wednesday and Sunday. Still a little bit delayed on getting started on some of these repairs that I have at home, mostly because I've got these little menial customer repairs like tune-ups and things like that I got to get taken care of. I do have a Husqvarna rider that's about 4 years old that's going to need an engine block replacement on it because it is knocking pretty bad. Don't know the reason fully why, because it wasn't technically, I'll say this much, I've seen a lot worse than that. That's just a little preview of what's coming up. But this purpose of this video is we're going to trade this, hopefully trade this Craftsman rear engine riding mower that we have. I've had this about a year. Now, this is the one that I've done a bunch of transmission work to, and I mean, it seems like it's holding up. There are a couple of small burn spots on the belt, but man, the way that this transmission engages and disengages, I did cut for probably about a half hour or so. I mean, it has got to be hard on the belt and the pulleys because it's like literally like a light switch. And so the rest of it is good. Like I said, it's a running cutting machine. I listed it for $250. I figured that I'd get some bites on it. This guy wants to trade me a 60s era Snapper chain drive tiller and a Ryobi backpack blower plus $50 since I am transporting it to him. What are we, probably going to be about 25 miles one way on this, but you know, it's one of these mowers that I'm just kind of ready to be done with and ready to get out of my garage, to be honest with you. And so I was a little bit more lenient on what I wanted to trade for or what I wanted to buy this for. So hopefully we will be coming back home with no Craftsman rider and a Snapper rear engine rider from the 60s. It is a Snapper Comet, so it is one of the older ones with the round looking handlebar on it. This is pre-handlebar, so not the square looking steering wheel, but the actual round handlebar looking thing. A chain drive tiller, probably from around the same era, and then a Ryobi backpack blower that all he said was that it needed fuel lines. So if that's the case, I should be able to get my money out of the tiller and the blower and get what I want for the mower and basically have a free Snapper Comet rear engine rider. He did say that they both run on starter fluid, so hopefully that is the case. It just gives me better projects to work on, in my opinion, because I'm just kind of tired of sitting on this Craftsman rear engine rider. If I don't see another Craftsman rear engine rider, then or Murray, they're the same thing. Murray just made Craftsman rear engine riders. If I don't ever see one of them again, I'll be content. But you know how things go around here. I'm sure that another one will show up eventually. Anyways, let me stop talking. We'll get on to pick these up. I'll give you some first impressions once I get back in the truck. And I'll give you a first look once we get home. Alright guys, we have done a successful trade. This thing is from what I can tell, it is a 60s era Snapper Comet, like I mentioned. It has a newer 80s model Briggs & Stratton on it. I probably made out okay on the trade. I think the tiller and the backpack blower. The tiller, like I said, is a chain drive tiller. The backpack blower is a Ryobi the Ryobi backpack blowers, what are they, like $150 new? Probably get $100 for it after I put fuel lines on it. And then the tiller maybe like, I don't know, maybe 175 to 200. Them things go for some money, especially the old chain drives. He also gave me the, let me see if I can get it while I'm driving, 3-post starter solenoid. What do we got over here? And fuel lines. And 5 horsepower diaphragm. So that's awesome. We'll get that. See if we can get the tiller going. Hopefully we can get the backpack blower and the tiller going fairly quickly, because I can get them out. I think I made a pretty good trade. Like I said, I got $50. I had it listed for $250. I got $50 plus these 3 items. So the guy I got it from, he owns a tire shop. He's pretty mechanically inclined, so I think if he has any troubles like with the transmission and whatnot, that he'll be able to figure that out and fix it. He's got the tools. Like I said, I hope I don't see another one of the Murray Craftsman mowers again. But I've got a lot of work ahead of me, so what I've got, I mean, I'll probably make a couple $100 on, nothing lucrative, but hopefully you trade up to get something better, you know. I just was kind of tired, didn't want to be sitting on that Craftsman, and I think I got the right candidate to buy it. It's kind of fun because the area that I went to, I used to drive up and down all the time when I lived over here in Durham, and ended up seeing one of my high school friends when I stopped and put $93 worth of gas in this truck. So it was good to see him as well. A good trip overall. We'll get it back home. Y'all saw my Instagram, I got new tires on the truck. Everything's doing good with it after I put the spark plug in. And I got the 3rd door fixed, so we're riding good. We're ready for the summer here for this thing. But I'll stop yabbering. I'll give y'all a look at the trade deal when I get home. Let y'all see how I did. Alright, y'all, I got them off the trailer. I'm going to show them to you while I'm here. I will save the Comet for last. Why not? Sun glare in the afternoon here, it looks like. We'll start with this Ryobi 4-cycle, what is this, a blower? As you can see, this is 185 mile per hour, 510 CFM. These things are really not that expensive. But as you can see, we've got some issues with the fuel lines and whatnot that they've dry rotted off. And just got to get that fixed. And then we've got to do, hopefully that's all for this. If I can get that fixed and washed, and maybe I can get about $120-ish for it. And then we'll have the chain drive tiller, which is an 88 model. I've checked already. At least the engine is 5 horsepower Briggs. I'm hoping it just needs a diaphragm and an oil change and maybe an air filter. I don't know if it needs anything else apart from that. If everything comes out to fruition between that and that, I will definitely be in the good. Honestly, it's probably these two are probably going to be worth more than what this is worth as it is. So this is a Big M. Never heard of that brand before, but it must have been one of those 80s brands. Maxim, the Maxim Big M tiller. Anybody heard of Maxim before? Let me know. Never really came across them. This is like the 3rd one of these that I've got here. I've got a couple others. I think they're even a little bit older in the shed. It looks like I got a throttle cable on this thing too. I'll lube up just to make sure that it will run for us. Looks like I do have a choke on it as well. I think it just needs one of them diaphragms that go right here, and he provided one for me. He provided the fuel lines for this, so that's even better. A little bit of improvising with the belt. How's the belt look? The belt actually looks like it is in good shape overall. Maybe just a little bit of hairline cracks, but nothing crazy. And here's the old Snapper. I think it's like a 60s model, maybe early 70s, not quite sure. It does not have the original engine on it. It has 8 horsepower, which actually is probably going to bode well for me if I have to find parts for it. It's probably going to, like I said, it's probably going to bode well for me. It looks like it's missing one head bolt right here for some reason. But he said it does run on starter fluid, both this and the tiller. So I'll be looking forward to seeing if that works. But the engine's from 85. I think the frame is from, I'll show you all the serial numbers. Somebody might depict it for me. Have some really good viewers that might be able to depict it for me. But this is a model 2680. So it is a 26-inch cut. 80 would be my guess, is that it's an 8 horsepower. So it does have an 8 horsepower engine on it. And then my serial number is 910533. I will need to source a deck belt. And seems like the drive mechanism is actually okay on it. We'll see if all the throttle cables and stuff look like they work okay. Just need to lube all that stuff up. I hate these Snapper throttle cables just because of the way that you have to orient them. Looks like we've got newish tires in the front, so that's good. And the back tires look like they're holding air pretty good, so that's really nice. So that's the find. Might grab some of these. Might grab a little bit of starter fluid to see if I can get these things to at least pop off for y'all before we end the video here. Alright, just for kicks before we end this video, let's see if this thing will start on starter fluid. It's got a full tank of gas, so I guess, like I said, I think the diaphragm's bad on it, especially if this thing's been sitting up a while. Gas smells okay on it. Alright, let's see if she'll kick over here for us. Yeah, so that's great. Kicked right over, which is awesome. Yeah, that's just a diaphragm, so that's all, that'll work. The Snapper, so he said it would kick back on you if you're not careful. I think it's mostly because of the drive disc. So I've got it in the roll mode. This is so old, it doesn't even have parking brakes or anything like that. So we shall see. All right. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Just trying to pop back. I wonder if... She's trying. She wants to. Get a little bit more gusto here. Sounds like a... Almost sounds like a bad plug. I might try a different plug real quick, see if that helps any. That thing is a little bit of a bear though. Woo! You gotta be careful. But back when they made these They didn't make them easy to start. They just made them work. Let me look at the plug, and then we'll end the video here. Alright guys, I put a new plug on it. Put a different plug on it. And so this plug was not hitting anywhere near it was supposed to. It was like hitting on electrodes and whatnot, or hitting like all over the place. So I think this plug was bad. That plug seems to be good, which is awesome. We have a semi-running mower. He did say that it leaked out of the carb pretty bad. It's about the air filters off. I have the air filter cover, so that's not a big deal. I might have to buy an air filter for it. This may be a little bit down the project list, but you know, if I can get it running, I'll order a deck belt for it, and that's what it'll be, I suppose. The blade on it, that's what I was checking. The blade is not that bad either. The blade probably just needs sharpened, but the lift is there for the most part for the high vac, so that's good. Looks like it just needs a key for it to have an on-off switch, so that's nice. So you'll probably see videos coming on these two. I probably won't worry about that, just since it's just fuel lines. But yeah, I think we're good. We'll wrap this video up here. All right, guys, let me know what y'all think. How y'all think I did with this. So we have a running Snapper Comet with a little bit newer engine, a running 5 horsepower tiller, and a backpack blower that just needs fuel lines. So I think we did okay with this one, y'all. Like I said, I got like trade value, I guess, was $200, but again, I have something listed for $250. Somebody might knock me down to $200, so $200 plus like 15 bucks in gas. So like $215 in the pair. This is probably $175 to $200 all day long. This is probably $100 to $120 depending on the right buyer. I don't know, that's probably like a $200 mower for somebody. So I think I've close to double my money on it, I guess you could say. But then again, you never know, I might have trades and whatnot. If I can get this going, it's probably already sold, to be honest with you. Somebody wants a tiller that I know, so that'll be good if that's the case. But thank y'all again for watching. Thank y'all again for coming along with the ride this afternoon. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you have any questions or anything that you want to reach out to me about, you can find me right here on YouTube at Ellis Mowers. Ellis at ellismowers.com is my email, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at ellismowers09. Thanks for all the support, guys. We're going to have a great summer here and a good 2022 season, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. See you then.